Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. We're gonna make something really quickly, and I'm gonna literally just start off as we're doing it. In this pot, I got 1 cup of water. I'm adding another cup of water. What we're gonna do is some sorullitos, but this is not my recipe. This is my Tia Bany, may she rest in peace's recipe. Her daughters actually gave me a copy of this recipe. So in here, I have got 2 cups of water. To that cup of water, I'm going to grab myself my sugar. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Again, not my recipe. 1, 2. We're going to add a little bit of salt. We'll add about a half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to add to that, we're gonna start it. So we're gonna let it get started. Wrong one. We're gonna let it get, oh come on. This stove, I just cleaned it so it got a little wet. So we're gonna go ahead and, oh my goodness gracious. We are going to start the flame here. Okay, there we go. Oops, sorry. I'm just hitting everything up today. We're gonna let this start. Let it go and allow it to begin. And I'm going to give it a stir using a wooden spoon. And we want this to come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're going to add 1 cup of cornmeal and half a cup of all-purpose flour. Now, again, this is me testing this recipe. I have yet to make it. So, voy a leer las recetas. Es una taza de harina de maíz, 1 cup of cornmeal, media taza harina de trigo, half a cup of all-purpose flour, about a half a teaspoon of salt. She calls for a teaspoon. I think a teaspoon is too much. 2 tablespoons of sugar. So media cucharadita de sal, 2 cucharadas de azúcar, 1 egg, 2 cups of water. So we're going to heat everything here to a boil. We're gonna add our flours. And once we add our flours, we incorporate that in there. Once we incorporate it and cook it out, when it's a little cool, we're going to add the egg. I think it will be nice to put the egg in once the egg is to beat the egg first. I would like to probably do this in a mixer when I add the eggs to incorporate it, but I will not. I'm going to go ahead. So once it's come to a boil, I will show you. Okay, as you can tell, it's there. So we're going to go ahead and incorporate the flours and start stirring. Get it all incorporated. Try to be fast, but without trying to make a mess like I just did. So it's almost like a choux dough, like what you will make for eclairs. But this is cornmeal. Now, one of the things with this, once it's cool and you're ready to incorporate stuff here, all I'm doing is trying to get all the flour mixed in, and I'm getting burnt. It's to incorporate the egg. You don't want to add the egg to this when the mixture is too warm, because you're going to curl your eggs. So I am literally throwing it all over the place. Anyway, so we are just cooking it off. You could tell it's coming off the sides of the bowl, and we're going to set it aside. Now, one of the things that I could tell you is, if you want, You can add cheese to the middle of this once you're forming them. We will figure it out in a second. For now, I'm gonna let it cool just a little bit, just so I can just so I can go ahead and add my egg. Just because I'm a little, I'm gonna go ahead. I started mixing it with my mixer, little by little, just to get it cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and add my egg. My egg has been beaten, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix it because I don't want nothing. I don't want my egg to cook or to curdle. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix it in. Okay, so we're just gonna be mixing it in. That's our mix. I'll show you the next step in a second. This is just me testing waters. Okay, so we have one little sorullito. What I'm doing is I'm taking a tablespoon and taking out enough dough. I put a little bit of spray in my gloves so nothing sticks, and we're just gonna start getting it together and shaping to whatever size you want them to be. But what I'm doing is that I'm trying to get them to be almost the same uniform size. See? Now, if you want to fill them, I'm going to take out one little masita, right? I'm just going to use whatever cheese I have available, and I have that American cheese. And I'm going to make a little hole in the center, and I'm going to add my cheese, and I'm going to start reshaping. Again, sealing, but shaping at the same time. And I'm going to do this with all of my sorullitos until we have them all ready. So in a skillet, we are going to add oil. And we're going to bring it up to, well, let it heat up before we start adding our sorullitos. Now, normally, sorullitos are served with a mayo ketchup. Mayo ketchup is just a mixture of mayonnaise and ketchup. A lot of people get fancy with it and add other things to it. I'm not making mayo ketchup, or maybe not. Maybe I will. Who knows? But I will be making. Well, I'm gonna make it just so you guys can see it. I'm gonna make a little bit of mayo ketchup. So while this heats up, I'll show you how many I got and the mayo ketchup. So these here are regular. These here have cheese in it. I didn't want to make a lot with cheese. What I'm going to do really quickly, just to do a really quick mayo ketchup, is that, can you see it? Okay, in this little bowl, this little tiny bowl that I have here, I'm going to add mayonnaise. I'm gonna add like 2 heaping spoonfuls of mayonnaise. I'm lowering my flame because I don't want nothing to die here. I'm gonna grab to see if I can find my ketchup. And I'm going to add ketchup to this. I eyeball it more or less, and I'm going to go ahead and mix it. A lot of people call this the pink sauce. And I will add to this some minced garlic. Let me lower the flame because I do not want my oil to burn. So I'm going to go ahead and look for my garlic. And I try to mince my own garlic. So I'm gonna add about that much garlic. Just because, hello, garlic is life. I still think it needs just a little bit more ketchup. And we're gonna go ahead and give it a stir. This here is our mayo ketchup. And we're gonna go ahead and get started frying. So to do this, we're gonna start by adding, this is some of the cheese ones. I'm gonna go ahead and add all the cheese ones first. I'm gonna go ahead and add a few of my regulars. You can make these as big, as fat, as skinny as you want. So we're gonna fry them until they're golden on all sides. And this is our Sorullitos, but I'm gonna show you once everything is ready so you can see it plated. So what we're doing is giving it a quick little stir because we want this to cook on all sides. Okay? You will see that a lot of the ones that have the cheese might ooze out of it. Just keep an eye on it and make sure that you have a paper towel to drain as soon as they come out. So that way you don't have to rush looking for stuff. You could tell these are the cheese ones because the cheese is oozing out of it. Just cook it all the way and drain. And here we have them. As you can tell, the cheese oozed out of that. So that's why you see the specks. So this is our Sorullitos. This is my aunt's recipe, not mine. Okay, so the cheese totally oozed out of this one. So let's taste. It's so good. For my taste, it needs a little bit more sugar to be a little bit more sweet. But they are delicious. This is my aunt's recipe, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and follow. Leave me a comment. If you have a recipe you want me to try, let me know. God bless you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!